Test, test. All right. I'm either going to be trying another checkpoint skip run. Depending on how that goes, it may just be an explanatory and very casual run. Of course, it's hard to know. Because it all hinges on whether or not you get the Clockwork Palace skip, which of course is the next to last fucking level. But when I got it, it would be kind of unbelievable if it came down to this. But the last time I didn't get it, I had different player colors. And the last time I did, I had default. Surely that's not what it is, but I guess we'll see. As we always do. After an hour. That's about how long it takes to get to Clockwork Palace with checkpoint skips. So I guess I shall explain as I go. Well, we skip all the cutscenes. As with all the Trine titles, there are 3 introductory levels for the solo characters. And the second one for Pontius is actually has a checkpoint skip about halfway through. But it severely limits the number of XP you get, which really matters for getting the main exploit skill, Windburst Leap, from Amadeus. So I think I'm gonna forego skipping the second chapter, even though I think that might be necessary for getting a sub 1 hour time. There's a little jump there that you can get extra height on. If you jump a little bit, and then fully, you can reach that ledge, which normally you can't with a regular jump. There's not too much interesting that happens in the first 3 levels, really. I always hit the XP from there, because you can actually hit it directly instead of hitting the underside and waiting for it to topple over, which takes forever, in speedrun time at least. There's some advantages to using controller. Like you automatically target a lot of stuff, but I'm not kidding myself. Mouse and keyboard is definitely superior, but I'm just not used to it. You normally tether that little chain to climb up, but as you just saw, you can climb up it without having to tether it if you're quick enough. And there's a button over here you can hit with an arrow if you line it up better than I am right now. Sometimes I hit it on the first try. Sometimes it's very much not the first try. And this I screw up all the time, like now. Let's see, you only need to pull those first two to get the XP there. There's 3 under the ledge there, but since I'm not skipping the second checkpoint, we don't really need them. Second chapter, not checkpoint. I shoot an arrow before, just for a little extra speed, and then I miss this 15 times on purpose, totally. I still try and get as much XP as possible, because if you don't, you're going to spend time switching your skills around between like object lock and things I can't remember at the moment. Oh, potent elemental arrows for Zoya. Stand on the edge there and charge. You can make that jump. And with this, oh, you normally can't make that. I guess if you stand on the, I was going to show off another technique, but I guess I don't need to. So if that, you can actually make the jump if you charge from the box up there, but kind of missed that. A lot of charging and jumping in that order. You get a little more distance that way. And skipping cutscenes. All of them. Oops. Oh, come on. Hate this box. This is where the checkpoint skip is. That's where you'd be placed in if I had opted for it. So you can see how much XP you miss. And with this, right after stomping, you can just charge before it makes the full rotation. And then you charge as far as you can over to the right, because that's where the first enemy spawns. And with the first couple of them, the rest don't spawn until they're killed. We want to get them as quickly as possible. And then they just start coming out automatically. But those first 3 or so, you want to get as quickly as possible. Excuse me. Now Amadeus with box and plate jumping. Will be well over 150 XP, which is the required amount to get Windburst Leap, as it's a total of 6 points. And XP is exchanged at a rate of 25 to 1 point. I think I'm gonna skip the XP back there because we'll be, I think, sitting pretty. That was dumb. Skipping this one because it's a lot for just a single XP. Having to jump down there and turn the thing, or the plank, and then plank jump back up. I'm not quite at my best here. Nope. Oh, shit. It's fine if it tilts the other direction, as the physics often launches you up into the air. Not that direction, though. You just slide off. If I'm going down here, it's worth it to get those extra 3. Then you can just come back up with a box. Conjure a box to push the boulder along, because you lose a lot of momentum around this. Whoops. And there's actually 3 more, or 3 more XP underwater underneath the left. We're not getting it though. Anyway, quitting to main menu and continuing Astral Academy Gardens for the first checkpoint skip. It's really as simple as that. I'm going the wrong way. How much? 149. We're good. And that's 152. But because we don't have it yet, we gotta play it kind of the normal way. I'm gonna get this just because it's not that much extra time, because we have to drop down anyway. Thought I could make... Okay, that works. Fuck that. I don't need it. $150 is minimum. And even then, you can use things like object charge to get past. So that Windburst Leap exploit only works on versions 1.5 1.02 and older. Unfortunately, I think there's also some unfixed bugs. Get some indigestion, sorry. Been doing that lately. Instead of setting up the box in the bottom and then lifting another one up a little bit quicker, I think. Charging boxes into enemies is a real quick kill. Basically one hit. As is shooting down mosquitoes into them. That was pretty quick, actually. I'm pleased with that. Another checkpoint skip. You pause when it starts to load, but the map hasn't fully faded in. But it's pretty lax. It doesn't have to be anywhere near perfect. And I screwed that up. I think I've gotten the skip even when the map's been fully faded in. I'm gonna skip around this puzzle. There's no clipping on top. Probably a little object charge, just for the fun of it. Few extra XP if it doesn't cost too much time. Now, when you skip, any skill quests that you would have gone on, you do not get the skills for, so you got to come up with different ways to get past puzzles that would normally require them. But as far as I know, so far, there's only a single chapter that requires you to get to go back in the level and get the skill, which is Gemstone Caverns. The hell? Haven't seen it go down like that before. There's no skip for Sinister Back Alleys that we found, so we're just continuing here. That was failed. Just not very good at object charging. Need more practice. Can be really hard to aim. Oh, come on. Or to aim correctly. Such that you actually gain a lot of distance and go where you want instead of where you don't want. And when cutscenes are fading in, there's a short period in which you can start moving before it finishes. So that's time not to waste. There's a gate there, obviously, that you can just windburst open because it's not properly locked down. It's just a physics object. A lot more XP that you can get there, but, you know, time's of the essence. Hopefully that wasn't too far. If the box is out too much, you can shoot the bottom of it, and it'll knock it into the button. There we go. I try and hit that, grab this while I'm waiting for the explosion and for the bridge to drop. Maybe waste a second or two, but... And now I have enough... Or, oh my god. Should for roll, which is always the second thing I get. Because that, combined with Pontius's charge, means you can trade off between charging and rolling, which is faster than either one on their own, obviously. And they're both much, god damn it, faster than just walking. Obviously. Hello. Another gate that you can just burst open. That was a mistake of character switching, which I still managed to fuck up. Even with like 350 fucking hours in this goddamn game. I still screw up character switching. Sometimes you can get that all the way up, and you can just go right past. Not always, though. Well, that was pointless. I meant to get that XP there, but didn't work out. Might be a lot of off-screen stuff from speedrunning. It's almost always a combination of charging and windburst. The hell? It's weird, didn't bounce on it. Hate this puzzle, I'm so fucking tired of it. Oh, come on. Would you please? Thank you. Not beating any PBs here. Wait for his thing to recharge. And he just skipped that gap there and go right to the end. Now Royal Castle does have a checkpoint skip. So you can just windburst right up to the handholds on the wall there and entirely skip that puzzle. Which would take ages otherwise. My favorite part. Just kidding. I hate it. Trying to knock this damn thing in one try. It just never works out. No, oh my god, stop rolling in, please. Oh, that's not working. That'll work, though. If you knock it onto the ledge, you can just pull it in with Zoya. I should be through this by a minute. I'm obviously not there. I am not going to beat my personal best with this run, I don't think. That's okay. Wouldn't be the first time. The hell? Strange. There. Mostly use boxes in this section. They do a lot of damage. Compared to, there's a little object charging. It's about as good as I ever get with it. Another one for tallest tower. I think this is the second to last checkpoint before the boss. Oh my god, come on. An okay area for a little object charge. Could be better, could be worse. Nothing special about fighting the boss. Just trying not to miss any opportunities. Come on, shoot your things. There we go. Other nice thing about Zoya's roll is it makes her invincible. Although on the difficulty we're playing on, dying is of little consequence. Shit. Missed that. Come on, one more. There we go. Not terribly quick. Now we have Dungeons and Sewer Rats, which is about 30 seconds. Because you start on the last checkpoint. May as well grab that. And we're done. Smuggler's Way. No skip that we found. And I am mightily tired of this fucking level. I've just seen it way too many times. Nothing inherently wrong with it, just everything gets boring when you play it 50 times. Another okay place for an object charge. I could have made that with Pontius. Or not. This is Comedy of Errors. So you can die in an unlimited time, but you get sent back sometimes farther than is beneficial. So I try to avoid it. And on this, we're going to knock these spiky balls and then use them to fly up to the next area. And if he'd throw his fucking boomerang the right way... Oh my god, it won't fucking detach. Why is it not detached? Fuck. That was pretty shit. I should have just moved on. But I've gotten very used to doing it this way. No. That doesn't go there. God, I hate that. Found this recently. If you stomp on this hatch, it'll open between 2 and 4 times. Very small time save, but time save nonetheless. There's quite a few hatches that work that way with Pontius. Going to freeze this button and immediately get out, skipping that fight. That was totally intended. And now I gotta wait for the next bubble to come up. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a faster way of doing that. And I've stomped all over this hatch, but it's just not one of the ones that opens so easily. Yeah, I'm a little behind par here. The camera doesn't seem to follow you when you come back up, but the rats die off screen. The other ones that show up. Take the spiky ball. Kill the rats with it. And then the necromancer. How far down did he go? Good lord. Come on, let's go. Already past 7 minutes. Not great, not great. This puzzle, you can hit both of these with one shot. Easiest puzzle in the game. And they didn't change it for hard puzzle mode or co-op, which I don't get because they changed a whole lot of other very small puzzles, but not that one. No matter what mode you're in, it is mega easy. Gemstone Caverns is the one where you have to go back. You keep the checkpoint skipped. So you just have to go as far as getting Pontius's prismatic talisman. I always forget the name of it. His clone, whatever. Oh, for fuck's sake. Holy shit. Did that really happen? Thought he failed to break the door for a second. I don't think I can do it, buddy. Bye. Quick solve this. Box there. No, no. Oh my god. Can actually stick a sword there and forego waiting for the using the minecart. Very slight optimization. I found that's not one of them. What the fuck is wrong with me? Just undid it. And as soon as you get it, you can go back to checkpoint 13. Doesn't work if I forget to grab onto it. Oh, there you are. I've tried many times to solve this off screen, but I think there's something stopping you from doing it. I think the door is prevented from swinging open or something. That was stupid. Now, there's a tiny little enclave up here to the right. I have no clue what it's for because there's no XP. But you can use it to just barely get up and skip the left side of the level here. Brackenridge Pass is another real quick one. I'm like a minute behind here. Box, plank, windburst. Take care of these two. That's it. Astral Observatory next. I usually put this a little bit lower so I can use it as a platform and just windburst up. Oops. And break that. Get a bit of a head start. If I was better at it, I could object charge from the bottom, but it's pretty hard. I'm not nearly practiced enough to do it. I always forget. Nope, nope, nope. If I would aim, maybe I could hit it. Oh, that was a piss poor showing. My god. It really takes a while to launch into the different phases. Sometimes. Autumn Woods is a real fast one. Now, even though we don't have Fox Rope, we can get around it with Windburst and beat the tree. End of the level. Petrified Marshes. You don't get the last checkpoint, but you get close to it. Close enough, anyway. That if I don't fuck things up, it should only take about a minute. We need to enable object lock, which I have just enough for. Stick a plank there. Get off screen. Trying to hit a checkpoint. I think I'm overshooting it, possibly. Good God. This is taking, there. Yeah, I was overshooting it. As long as you hit it once and you die, then you get respawned back to it. So, that took way longer than it should have. Because here we are at the end. Should have taken less than a minute. If I had gotten it on, like, the first 3 damn tries. No skip for Bastion of Hope. That we're aware of, anyway. Well, there's some fun tricks with it. You can just skip over them. You can burst those up into the ceiling and get by that way. Whoops. I usually go completely over their heads. Go underneath the puzzle, Windburst. Completely skip that puzzle and then fuck that up. Now we're gonna grab a spiky ball. And, that's rare. They usually don't give chase. Stick a plank on it. Do what we did in smuggler tunnels. 3, 4, 5. Something like 4.5 seconds I usually count. And that gets me about in the right area. I'll grab those while I'm at it. We will try to fox rope around this. And I did not get it. Oh well. Doesn't take long until the door opens. Here he is. Continuing on. Hopefully he does not shoot us out of the fucking air with a rocket. Good. We grab one from the other side and press the button on the inside of that door. Now, we're going to windburst and summon a plank in the top, such that it, oh, for fuck's sake. What the fuck? Why is it not... This is, not going well. I'm restarting this checkpoint. This is, Oh, I got it. I thought you had to have the plank... I thought you had to have the, plank and the checkpoint triggered. Guess not. Try to get that first hit on him before he jumps to the left. And then we're going to disable object lock and enable trick shot. So we can get 2 hits for the price of 1 and just stay under him. You can also just climb up with Pontius and wail on him. I'm sure one method's better than the other, but they seem pretty close in my experience. Three and 4. Yeah, my times are pretty shitty here. Probably looking at like 106 or something. We start mid skill quest on Magnificent Airship. Oh, don't get me stuck. Okay, good. Had a very strange experience getting... For the camera, acknowledged that I had reached that point in the level, but it kept spawning me underneath, where there's a, like a kill box. So I just kept spawning and dying and spawning and dying until I restarted the checkpoint. Very strange. Whoops. Kind of forgot to activate him there. You can just make that. Here's another hatch that you can smash through with Bontius. Freeze the right, 2. Freeze the left, 3. And you grab that generator and kill the enemies with it. You can get by before the propeller kills him. What? Why'd that break? Weird. Unfortunately, I think version 1.02 comes with a number of bugs that have not been fixed. Or, I mean, have been on newer versions, but trying to speedrun this without Windburst Leap is unthinkable. That took way too long. Try and do this without worrying about the enemies. There we go. And you can roll through them, which helps a lot with Zoya. No skip for floating archipelago. Totally worth it. Yeah, that was great. Super. Only a little sarcastic. Another gate you can windburst. I always kill him like that. Grab 2 of those. And we're done with that. Instead of doing the puzzle, you can just stand here and hold it in place so it opens, and then go. More wind bursting and dying. What the fuck? Absolutely shameful. Good job. Oh, good lord. Come on. It's always fun. Now I'm going to switch out for potent elemental arrows for the mages. The little shieldy guys. And you should be able to get them before they shield up again with 2 fire arrows. Going back to get object lock. Thanks for that. There's some pretty good skips here. Oh well. While we're waiting, grab that. Not really necessary. You don't have to wait for the platforms. You can jump back and forth between these. And then charge and wind burst over. Nope, nope, nope. And just skip waiting for the elevator. Thought I had it. Oh my god, for real? I usually get this first try. Fuck off. Why does it feel further than normal? There we go. Good lord. So you can skip that whole fight on the 4th try or whatever. And now comes the moment of truth. Will I get it? Nope. I'll play it anyway. But, I'm now looking at a time of, I don't know, 110, 112. Oh, that's fucking disappointing. But there's a few strats here. I activate Pontius. Pontius's clone. Stick it there. Oh. And make sure to have potent elemental arrows enabled. Otherwise, it's kind of for nothing. Doe. I really thought I was going to get it. You can roll through most of that. So we gotta solve this. How the fuck did it get through the doors? That's interesting. And you can get through before the last one opens completely. This goddamn part, never ever roll with Zoya in this electrified water. Use the invincibility frames as Pontius, and you can get through. But if you roll with Zoya on this version, it'll freeze the game. At least while you're in that electrified water. This damn camera makes it hard to... I need to... Nope. Not that time. Not that time. Not that time. There's a theme here. Jesus Christ. Okay, if I don't get it... I guess we're solving the puzzle. Not like I'm gonna get any, great time here. This is depressing. This is a really poor showing. Like, real poor. Hooray. God damn you. Guess I can show off the, washing machine skip that I found. That's fun, isn't it? Sure it is. Which we are quite close to. If I'd gotten the skip, it would have taken about a minute to get through this level. Because you're given the last checkpoint. May as well grab this 5 here. Alrighty. Let's see if I can do this. It's still a little, I'm not sure what makes it, oh, no, no, no. There we go. That's what we want. We want it to clip inside that platform. Then we activate it again. Now we can put it wherever the hell we like. Like, quick solving that puzzle. And most especially, skipping this fucking section. Just barely fits through, fortunately. Making sure, carefully, to activate all 4 sensors. And you just go through. Fuck that puzzle. Forever. Never again. Whoopee. 109 minutes wasn't too bad, I guess. Now we're gonna grab the last thing, Thief's Aid. Helps with 1 or 2 parts. More than 1 or 2 actually. Like that. Even though you try and get over there, and it fucking knocks you back. Piece of garbage. God, that's fucking annoying. Also helps with this little part. I'll finish this. Will you now? Come on. Last, last section, when you can do no more damage, you just dodge shit. Take out a iron ball. Pull that off. And yuck. Full 10 minutes over my record. That sucked. That was garbage. That was shit. Hopefully, some of the explanations help for the, 2 people that'll ever watch this. I don't think there's really anything else to go over. The rest is all practice and muscle memory and getting very, very used to charging with Pontius and then immediately switching to Amadeus and using the Windburst exploit, and then often switching back to Pontius and charging again to get as much distance as possible. Using object charge, etc. That's it.